Okay. That's live now as well, hypothetically. Oh, wait. No, why do you always default to unlisted while I'm live? That doesn't make any sense, YouTube. Also, the fact that I have to go and manually unclick all these things that it wants me to have. Like, it's like, oh, you want us to enable automatic places where we can tell people where a thing is happening on your stream? And I'm like, no, why is that automatically enabled? And I have to disable it every stream, which also, I guess, since we're here, let me go make sure the knock feature is off. Speaking of stupid streaming services that don't care about what their creators want. Ah. Okay, where the fuck is this? God. Honestly, stuff like this makes me, like, question, do I want to stream? You know, like the fact, like them really just being like, no, no, every time you stream, you have to tell us that you don't want to allow people to come join your stream. And I'm like, why is that auto enabled? Or
Have you
YouTube?
set it to favorites only?
Yes, but that doesn't make me less nervous about
Yeah.
it.
No, 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 no,
I
wanted to
know
make
how it
sure you
works.
knew
I
that it was
do.
an option, because if you
Yeah.
didn't, and yeah.
But I still, because I believe it still shows up as an option for people. Like it shows that you have it turned on, and I don't like that.
I haven't seen a knock option, but like that doesn't mean that other people don't. So I totally understand what you mean. I would still be apprehensive if I were you too. I mean, yeah.
I just wish that like platforms wouldn't auto enable services, or if they did, they would allow you to like permanently turn them off and require you to
Mhm.
re-enable them instead of being like, no, 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 you have to unenable them every time. And I'm like, okay, hear me out though, you're a dick. Um, Yeah, I also hate the knock feature, and I also hate the person who recommended the knock feature. They're an asshole. Um, Not just for recommending the knock feature. There have been docs that came out about that person, but honestly, the conclusions that people have drawn about this person from them, um, so first of all, can somebody delete that message from Nix? Let's not say somebody's messed up in the head. That's really not great
Yeah, I gotta
terminology.
find mod
Pretty.
view. Hold on. Oh wait, I can show my mod oh, it doesn't give me mod
I think
actions.
I can hear. I got it. Oh, you got it. Good. Yeah, I get you. No, they are an asshole, absolutely. For a lot of reasons, but yeah, let's not. Yeah, I get you. But also I would also appreciate like if you've said something that is ableist or otherwise harmful, an apology is fine, but trying to backtrack and say, "Oh, it was just the heat of the moment." I don't really care if it was the heat of the moment or not. I can accept an apology. I can say like I know everybody makes mistakes, but I don't like when people try and excuse it as if there is a reason like, oh, it was just the heat of the moment. I wouldn't normally say that. Well, you did say it. And I don't, yeah. Yep, yep. Um, but yeah. Okay, we got your stream up, Jay. And we've got, I think I can get my BRB off. Oh, and I gotta put this, oh gosh. I forgot how difficult it is trying to make sure everything is put together properly for these streams. I need a second monitor. Okay, we got those. Oh gosh, this is so difficult. Okay, I think I think those are the correct positions for things. Question mark. Let's get rid of this BRB text because I'm definitely not BRB at this point. Um, and then let's go turn on this, and you guys will have streamception for a second. Can somebody confirm that there is no streamception even around the edges now?
There might be the tiniest so on the left side, but I can't tell if that's just a different box.
That is just a different box. Oh my
Cool.
god. Okay, here. Can I place it like that? I can't place it like that. There we go. Hooray! Thank you. Um, cry. All right.
You
File.
did a really good job of swapping them very fast. It was the briefest of moments.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't have this in here, so we gotta click open. Put this off to the side to make it small. Eh. I really hate having one monitor. Okay, let's see. Live2D projects and then Pet Rock. Pet Rock. There we go. Live2D Pet Rock model. Open. Hooray! Okay. Do we need a recap of where this fucking model's so dumb? Sorry. Oh my god, I forgot how dumb it was. Hold on, let me get the physics settings in the proper space too.
I
Look
also
at how cute.
forgot what it completely looked like.
Look at, okay, this is not cute. This is the, in my child's words, the derpiest thing that has ever existed. But did we not? I thought we linked the, oh, did we link it to, I thought we had like some sort of physics input for this, didn't
We
we?
we did have physics for the eye. I remember I remember
Yeah,
asking
hold
you how I run
on.
it so I could show
Settings
my
of
partner.
cursor tracking. It's not tracking my cursor. Hold on. Um, eyeball left mouse button X, left mouse button Y. So why is it not? Did I not turn off my external application? I did. Hello? Question mark? Oh, I see what. Okay. It wasn't rigged to the eyeball XY. That's why it wasn't doing that. It's rigged to like everything else. Do we want to have it on the eyeball XY? Maybe. We might. Derpy is cute. I guess I can agree with that. Okay, but where we left off is we had finished one eye, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Because did we do the eyeball close? Let's look.
We did. I remember doing that. And then when we were trying to run the physics, we couldn't do it automatically because it was like two different somethings or something.
No, I mean, did we move? We didn't make it actually close, did we?
Oh, maybe we didn't. I have IL open.
Yes, but it doesn't actually do anything,
Oh,
correct?
yeah, you're right. It doesn't have any keyforms on it. There's no circles, which means we didn't rig it yet.
Yeah. Yep, yep. Okay, so we mostly rigged an eye, and we did rig the mouth. Because if we go in here and we go to the mouth form, we can see we have a full mouth form. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so we're almost done with the eye, and we did finish the mouth, is where we're at.
Yep. Sorry, I'm looking at my
Fantastic.
sad mouth. It makes me very happy.
Yeah, mouth. Exactly. You get it. Okay. Now let's go and look. Ah, here we go. I see. We hadn't done. Got you. Got you, got you. Okay, I see where we're at. Before we get started, any last questions, comments, concerns, things people just want to get out before we have serious rig tech time? Yes, Stephen, what's up? No, you. You're super cool. You got anything, Jay?
Nope.
Okay. Then let's get started. Okay. So, um, we did say we wanted to do I-forms, yes?
Genuinely, I do not remember, but
Okay.
yes.
All right. Here. We're gonna. Are you a blend shape? You are not a blend shape. Okay, we're gonna make these blend shapes. Okay, so in order to do
Ooh.
this, and I'll explain what blend shapes are in just like a quick second. Okay, so we're gonna go to modeling, parameter, okay, and then we're gonna go down to parameter settings.
Okay.
Okay, and then in here we can mess with like all of the parameters settings instead of having to open them up one at a time, which is really nice. And do you see
Mm-hmm.
how this row of checkboxes says blend shape?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do that for IL smile and all of the brow forms. Okay, and then IR smile and all of the brow forms. Oh, how did that happen? There
Hold
we
on, I
go.
gotta look. I gotta read these.
It'll say to the right of it what it does, and it's easier to line it up with the one to the right. So it'll say causes eye to open, causes smiley eye. Those things are a lot easier to read because they're right next to the checkbox, and so you can line them up easier.
Mm. Okay, I think I got them. There should be 10 total, right?
Yes, correct. There should be 10 total.
Cool. I'm good
Now,
then.
hmm?
I said I'm good. I got it.
Okay. And then, oh, we need to make sure that we hit the OK button at the bottom. And now all of them will be blend shapes. Now, this is an important thing. A lot of people don't use blend shapes. Um, blend shapes I wouldn't say are typically like a beginner type thing, but I think it's pretty easy to say like go ahead and use them on your brow forms, okay?
Mhm.
Because typically if you rig one thing to more than 3 parameters, Live2D is gonna yell at you and your odds of like stuff breaking is pretty heavily increased. Live2D does not care if it's a blend shape. You can rig one thing to as many blend shapes as you want. Okay.
Okay.
Um, Now it does give you less control because with blend shapes, you know how on our eye physics we were able to synthesize the corners to make this circular motion.
Yeah.
You can't do that with blend shapes. You cannot synthesize corners.
Boo.
Yeah.
but okay.
Well, so we use it on things that we don't need that for, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're gonna select the deformer that says IL forms. It should be the thing that the IL clip is inside of.
Which box is this in? Oh, it's in this
It's in
bottom left
both.
box.
Your parts list has them in order of like the actual parts order. Your deformer list is a deformer hierarchy where you can see what folder is in what, as opposed to where things are at layer wise. So it's two
Okay.
different looks at the exact same thing, and you can click on it in either.
And which one am I looking for again? I'm sorry.
IL forms, and it's a warp deformer, and IL clip is inside of it.
The I is it the IL clip close or is that different?
Nope, that's a different one. Okay, here's what you should do is you should press a little arrow next to IL clip close and it'll open up that warp deformer because remember the warp deformers act as folders and so you have to open up the folder to get at there you go.
Oh, it's inside of that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm following. Yes, I'm okay. This answers a different question I had, so cool.
Which was what?
I didn't remember making this little line, and I was gonna ask you if what we just did with the blend shape created that line that has a mesh on it, but
What
it
line?
was in. Oh fudge! Is this the one where I have to do it? Yeah, this little line of
Yeah, we
dot.
did. You made that.
I just didn't remember making it, which me finding
Yeah.
out that it's in a deformer means I did it last time.
Yes. So the reason why you don't remember it is because we actually just stole the mouth. Remember the lip flap? We just stole it and we copied it
Yes.
because we forgot to make this layer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you clicked on the IL forms warp.
Yes.
Okay. And then now you're gonna select all the brow L parameters, all the brow L parameters in your parameter list, not the parts
That's
list. You're in the parts list. Okay,
the
that's the
parameter list
deform
is this thing.
parameter list, where the parameter list is where the parameters exist. Yes.
I always forget which ones are which. So it said
Mm.
all the brow ones, and do I have
Brow
to
L.
right click
Brow L.
instead? I right click them.
Nope. We're not. We haven't made the keyform, so you can't right-click a keyform. You
Mm,
have to have them all highlighted. So you click and yeah, good job. Okay, and then we're gonna click the three dots to make three keyforms on all of them. Oh, it looks like you may have missed that top one. Don't click the three keyforms. Can you do me a favor? Can you right click on the brow LY? What? Yeah, that one.
mhm.
Okay. And then click edit parameter. And is blend shape clicked? Okay.
Yep.
It just, this happens every time for some reason. Like some stuff, like some of the lines read as like really, really thick and dark. It's because everything's like squished and weird and stuff. Anyway, yeah.
Mhm.
Put three dots on all of those.
Okay.
Fantastic. And then we're gonna start with brow L form. Okay, so make sure you just have that one clicked. Okay, and then we're gonna right click on the left hand key form. This is our angui.
Okay.
Okay, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pull down these little corners on our warp. We're gonna pull this one down and we're gonna pull this one down so that we get an angry eye. But I also realized something. Um, I don't have my eye shine reverse clip to that and it needs to be. So you might not either.
I
Um,
guarantee you, I probably don't.
okay. Do you have an eye shine on yours?
Um, I have a highlight. Yes, I do have an
Yes.
eye shine.
Okay, where is it on the one we're working on?
Uh, Do.
You don't have to do that. You can just click back
Oh.
on the center keyform, and it'll go back
Oh
because
yeah.
we're keying this. Yeah,
Do I
right,
normal
right,
key or
right,
right
right,
click
right
key?
click when you're clicking on keyforms. Is it there?
Right click.
Okay, so it
Yes.
is reverse clipped. Beautiful. Mine wasn't
Cool.
because okay, so now we have angry. Okay. And you can mess with this until it looks angry enough for you. Um, Also, please note, y'all, this is not how I would typically rig eyes, but this is specifically Jay wanted the cutout look of the eye as opposed to the eye warping open and close, so hence we are reverse clipping things. Um, okay. And then,
Sorry.
no,
Continue.
you're good. Now, the other form would be surprised. I don't really think we can get a surprise with this method of cutting out. I don't think it'll work well. So we're just gonna leave the other side blank, okay?
Could I make a suggestion for the other side?
You are more than welcome to. Like, there are ways we can do this, but if you're gonna suggest warping the eye
Not for a
itself,
surprise. No, no, no. I was gonna
okay.
say, what if I did it so like it cut down more like a um like in a U shape, so it's like a sleepy. I don't know if
You
that
would
makes
like
sense.
to rig something else to the surprise. So you want when you raise your eyebrows as high as they can go, you want your model to look sleepy?
Oh, it's I understand. Okay, I mean, never mind. That does not make sense in the
Yeah.
that when you put it that way.
Yes. Correct. Um that's why I'm saying. So that's what that form is. It's the arch of the like raised eyebrow. And so this is the other side. The angi is the furrowed brow. Um
I understand now.
Yes. So that's what it's reading. And so, yeah, no, it does not particularly make sense to rig anything else to that
Yeah.
because that would be very hard to like face act with. Because it wouldn't be following your actual facial movements. But good question. Okay, now right click on the center. Okay, now we're gonna right click, we're gonna do brow angle, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna do the left hand form. Good job. Okay, and then we're just gonna turn this here. So if you go up top of the red bounding box, you should get a
Mhm.
little rotation,
Yes.
and then you just click and drag to the left, okay? And then if we combine that with brow L form, we get even angrier eyes. Angry.
Oh, I think I did this wrong because you're still selected on the brow L form.
No, you did it correct. That's why I said,
Oh.
and then when we combine it. So
Mm.
you need to rig it separate. You have to rig it when it's on the center form, and now that it's rigged, you can now test it on the Browell form. Okay, I'm very curious as to what you've
What
done
did I
here.
do?
I don't know, but we're about to find out. So let's go back to the center on Brow L form and Brow L angle.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're gonna go to IL clip. The layer, it should be in both your deformer and parts list. The layer, yeah, click on it. Okay, we're gonna turn its opacity up to like 50, okay? And we'll use this while we're rigging. Okay, so now we can see what's happening. So let's go back up to IL forms.
Mhm.
Okay. And then if we click on Brow L form and click on the left hand parameter, I want to see what you've got there.
Ooh,
Ah,
do I need to stretch this back out?
no. So Jay, your issue is that you went down and in. We need to go straight down.
Ah, okay. I just like the way that this one looked better, but
Yes,
I
because
understand.
you're trying to count for the angle that we haven't added yet.
I understand.
Yes, and that is what happened there. Yeah. So actually, I think you are gonna want to go back to the center brow L form. Uh, okay. Control Shift C, and don't forget to like tap that a couple times. And then click back on the left hand form. Control Shift V. Okay, and what we're
And
gonna
then
do is the bottom left corner, you're gonna click and drag while holding Shift. And this is gonna move it in a straight line, the green dot.
mhm.
Yep,
Click and drag while holding shift.
yes, and this will move it in a straight line down. Perfect, and then you're gonna want to do that with the center dot as well. Click and drag while holding Shift. Okay, and then the right hand one, click and drag while holding Shift up, and you just want a slanted line, like a straight slanted line. We don't want to be warping the other stuff. We have 4 forms that we're rigging this to, so we
Mhm.
want to make sure that they move together. Okay, perfect. Now that you've done that, go back to the center form. Okay, and now let's go look at your brow L angle on the left hand and see how that looks. Okay, fantastic. And then now turn your brow L form on.
Ah, okay.
Yes, do you
Better.
see? Much better,
Yeah,
right?
I get it. I use both the parameters to get the result that I wanted, not try to do it in the one.
Yes. Now, fun fact, VTube Studio only tracks one brow form. So in theory, this doesn't matter because you could rig everything to one brow form and it would result in the same tracking that VTube Studio is going to give you, except for 2 things. One, you can adjust in VTube Studio the input output for all 4 of these individually, which means you can change how much your brow movement impacts each one. So if you would like your brow angle to be harder to trigger, you can do that. You can't do that if you rig them all on one. And 2, you know how we can
Mm,
make our own custom expressions in VTube
yeah.
Studio?
Mhm.
It's very hard to make fancy expressions if you don't have all of these rigged separately. So if you have them
That
rigged
makes
separately,
sense.
you can make more detailed toggles.
Which is how you taught me how I did my tired one. I get it.
Yes, correct. Okay,
Cool.
fantastic. So you can go back to the center on both of these forms. Okay, perfect. All right. We can just rig this side of all of them and then we'll reflect them. Okay, so the brow LX is, do you remember what X movement is?
Left or right?
Yeah, so we're gonna go on the left key form and we're gonna move it to the left. Actually, this isn't even a brow. I think we can actually, let's just delete brow LX because it's not gonna matter for this.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just
Should I?
delete, yeah, just delete the brow LX because normally you would rig a brow, but that's not, it's not gonna have an impact here because we won't see it. So let's do the
Okay.
Y then. So left is down, okay.
Mm, cool. And is this a straight down?
Yep, straight down. So if you hover over the center, hold down shift and pull. Yep, straight down. Okay, we don't
And
need
is
it
it all
like,
the way down or just mostly
no.
down?
Nope, neither of those, just a little bit. These are your brows. So this is if your brows are like down as far as they could go, how much will that impact your eye? Um, Not a lot, but a little bit. And then when we combine it with our other forms, we can get more exaggerated things. But yeah, that's all that is. Okay.
Mm.
And
Okay,
now
so if I do this,
that's
and
perfect.
then can I click my
Yeah, go for it.
right,
You can go
my left
test how they
sides to
look.
see them? So cool.
Yeah, and so you can get more detailed expressions this way.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yes, yes. All right. Now make sure you only have the left-hand key form on brow while Y and everything else is returned to center.
Yep.
Okay. Then click our hamburger menu and we're gonna reflect the motion. And we're gonna reflect it vertically. And now it goes up, down. Up, down. Yep,
Oh.
and then we go to center, and then with the angle, go to the left one and reflect it horizontally.
Motion horizontally, because
Yeah.
now we're going left to right.
Yeah. Now, the only issue I'm running into here is if you combine it with the brow L form, I'm getting that angle is running into my eye. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fix that there. And now it's fixed. Perfect. All right. So that's all those. We can go. You know what? No, let's not turn off the clip yet. Let's not turn off the clip. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we are gonna do the close. Ooh, the smile I feel like might be hard to do. We'll see if we're gonna end up doing a smile. I don't think I have something specifically for a smile. Ah, we could do it on the IL warp. Okay, we're gonna go to the IL line close
Okay.
on that warp deformer. We're gonna put 2 points on IL open, and the IL clip close also 2 points on IL open, okay?
Okay, hold on. Let me so on IL line close, which is one of my folders, kind of. I'm going on the
Yes.
IL smile and adding 3 dots.
Nope,
No?
not on the IL close. The close deformer goes on the close parameter, and you add 2 dots.
Oh, 2 dots. Okay, I have to find IL close on this.
It's right above IL smile.
Oh, mine's called IL open. That's why I was confused.
I'm so sorry. They're the same parameter. I
I
dislike
just was
that it's
looking
called
for the
open because you don't
yeah.
rig the open, you rig the close. It comes
Yeah.
open.
I got you. No worries. So I'm going to add my 2 keyforms. And then on IL clip close, you said I do the same thing?
Mhm. Yep, yep. Okay. Now we're gonna right click on the left hand keyform.
We're still on clip close or line close?
I guess let's start with clip close.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, right click on that one. Okay, and then we move this down. Now, the only thing that I'm trying to think about with this is that we wanted it to reverse clip to the eye line, but you want the eye line to show here, right? When we close it, you want the eye line to essentially look like this.
I think so.
Okay, then I think instead we're gonna do something different. I think instead we are gonna take the IL clip, we're gonna copy paste it.
Is this a regular control C?
Yep, Control C, Control V. Okay, you did that? Let me know when you're done with that.
Yeah, it's just loading, I think.
Yeah.
All right. And then
Okay, then click and drag that until it's hovering over the IL clip close and let go, and it'll move it into no, like on the IL clip close. Like yeah, there you go. And then it'll drop it inside. And then click and drag the IL forms to right above the IL clip close, and that'll move it outside of that. Okay, perfect. We're gonna have 2 separate ones. Now copy the IL clip 2.
I was gonna hold on. That was gonna be asked. Mine did not rename itself. Do I need to rename it?
No, yours is renamed. It's just a setting. I can go and find where the setting is.
But at the same time, I can also just add a 2 at the end and it would be fine.
Yes, but it should have done that for the clipping ID. Didn't it do
The
that for the...
clipping ID is blank.
What do you mean it's blank?
Oh,
Not the
oh, oh, I looked at the wrong one. I moved the wrong one.
Sorry, not the clipping ID, the ID, not the clipping ID. Not the...
Does
Sorry.
it matter if I moved the wrong one? I moved the one that I
Yes.
copied, not the one that I pasted.
You... Okay, yes. Switch them. Or just Control Z and do it again.
That.
We can also, like, then go change what's clipped to what instead, but I just find it easier to just Control Z and fix that. I'm trying to remember where the setting is. Maybe it's in
Okay,
Canvas. It's
cool.
not in
I
Canvas.
fixed it.
Okay.
It's okay right now. As long as I just realized that they weren't different names and that I
Yeah,
could
I
see the
have a
usable
setting
names
that
in
does
the
that. I don't remember where it is. Okay, so you have it so that IL clip 2 is in the IL clip close, IL clip is
Mhm,
in IL forms, and IL forms is
mhm.
not inside clip close.
Correct.
Okay, now copy the second IL clip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we're gonna go set that as a reverse clipping mask to the eye white, the eye shine, and the pupil. So if you go select the eye white, the eye shine, and the pupil, but not the line.
Eye white, eye shine, eye pupil. And
Okay,
in the
and
clipping ID, I paste.
you have to make sure that you click inside the clipping ID. Those are already clipped to something, right? I think you're looking at the wrong ones. You're looking at the other
Mm.
eye.
Oh, very possible.
Yeah, that's what you're
Um,
looking at. You have to make sure they're the the ones we're working on.
that's why they were. I got it. Yes,
Okay,
found it.
so then you click in there and make sure you click
Mhm.
again so that you're not overwriting that space, comma, space, and then paste.
Okay, so
And then
need
hit
space on
enter.
the space. Cool.
Okay. And now we're able to do the IL clip close. If you click on that, we can bring the fuck? What is going on here? What have I done? There we go. Okay, that was very strange. All right. Live to... Oh. Was hitting the wrong button. Um, okay. Hold down shift and you should be able to pull that down all the way and cover the eye. If you need to expand it, you can by holding down Alt and pulling the top and bottom. Top or bottom, I guess. Yeah. Jay,
Yeah.
you selected the wrong things
Oh,
to
bumpy
add it
me.
to the clipping ID. So you're supposed to put it for the clipping ID for the pupil, the eye white, and the eye shine, but you did eye white, eye shine, and eye line
Dang it.
instead.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I
go
can fix
delete
this.
that one from the eye line. Okay, and make sure it's in the pupil.
It definitely was not on the pupil.
Yeah, I could see.
Okay, now I can go to my IL clip close.
And close it. There's also another way we can do this, and we might do it that way. Is that what I was planning on doing? That way might be smarter. Are any of these rigged to anything? Oh, I'm so dumb, Jay. I made you go, but I should have reviewed this before because I had smart plans on how to do this. Don't be mad at me. Just
I'm not
undo
mad.
everything we've
I'm
just done.
enjoying that I'm seeing all of it
This is the
unfold.
problem when I haven't done a project for like too long is like it takes me a minute to remember what the heck my process was going through. Yeah,
Mhm.
just go backwards until you only have one IL clip. I am so sorry about that. I had a really smart plan.
I learned a lot about things though.
Yeah, that's true. Um, I had
Like my
such
ability to read.
I had such a smart, easier plan. I don't know why I wasn't doing that. Okay. Oh my god, and I know for a fact this is what my plan is because we have a fucking warp named IL White Clothes. God. Boy, am I not. Anyway. Okay. You back at where we're
Yeah.
at? Okay, so IL line close, IL white close, IL clip close, two dots all on IL open.
Okay, hold on. So IL white clothes. Can I do
I
them all at the same time?
You can, yeah, you can select all.
IL line close and IL clip close.
Yeah, and put two dots.
I'm a IL open
Yeah,
close.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Now unselect the IL clip close, but keep the other two selected.
mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you hold down Alt and drag the top until it's the shape you want the eye. It won't look this dumb, I swear.
When you say the top, are you talking about of the red box or the
Of the
greens?
red box. We're
That's not alt.
squishing. No, that was not Alt.
I remember us actually kind of having this conversation.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's been so long since I looked at this that I wasn't like thinking about it. Okay, fantastic. Now that we did that, we are going to the IL clip close. Okay, and we're just gonna drag this down a little bit. Yeah,
With
just
my
hold
strength.
down shift and drag it down, and we just want it to look like it's staying with the eye. So if you look at how close it was to the eye when it was open, you want it that same
Mhm.
distance here.
Okay, hold on. Let me move it down. And to check how close it was on the open, can I switch keyforms?
Yep, you can click and drag as long as you go back to the correct one. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, and now we're on the close, and now we're gonna go to IL white close, that warp deformer. Okay, we're gonna double click on IL open. Then we're gonna make a point at where it says 0.1. We're gonna click on this line. Okay,
Okay.
and then we're gonna hit OK. All right,
Okay.
and now we're gonna just turn the opacity down to 0.
On the leftmost keyform.
The keyform we were already on.
I
Yep,
see.
and now everything in there will come back here at the point one. Eh,
Ah. Ooh. Ooh.
yes. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I do remember saying, no, technically you can do eyes like that, but but you might run into some issues while rigging. Do you remember this conversation when we were doing the
Yeah.
art jet? Yeah. So,
I love it. It's so cute.
okay, fantastic. And now we go to the IL clip, and we're gonna turn the opacity back to 0 on that.
Um, Wait. Oh, am I supposed to be on a specific keyform?
Nope, because IL clip, the layer,
Oh, this
is
was the
not
thing
rigged
that
to
we had
anything.
messed around with. Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
it is not rigged to anything.
I was thinking about the opacity we had just done and I was
No,
confused.
no. And now, if we go into physics settings again, we have our open, close.
Modeling, physics settings.
Mhm.
Hmm.
If you click on pattern B, it's a good time.
How? Oh, it's up here. That's right.
Yeah.
Why did it do that?
Because pattern B just kind of like runs everything. Okay.
I'm completely
And now, um, yeah. Now we got the eye done.
I need you to know my eye completely.
Yes. So if you want to fix that, I don't know if you want to fix that. Some of the things that I would consider issues you seem delighted by, so it's up to you whether or not you want to fix that.
I'm undecided. I think it has something to do with the brow L probably also making my eye disappear when it's closed.
Yes, that is correct. But if you
Because
hit
it
the
is a bit
stop
little.
button, okay, because remember, this is not how a face moves, okay?
Yeah.
And then you hit reset parameter to default. Good job. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go into your parameter list right here. You're going to close your eye. Okay, and then we can go ahead and look at all of our brow forms and see how much is it impacting the IL close. Okay, so you can just mess with them here. And it looks like for me, it is also getting lost on if you have brow LY all the way down, and then brow L form all the way on Angie, it just deletes the I. And so in that case, we would say let's go back over here to the IL clip close and just bring it up some so that it doesn't do that.
On the IL clip close on the closed parameter.
Hmm. You can also test them over here, like you don't have to go in there to test it.
Mm-hmm.
And now see, I've got much less, but also, again, like most of the time you're not hitting the extremes of parameters, and you're certainly not hitting the extreme of every parameter all at once, typically. If this were a not this model, I would probably fix it, but I think I'm good with where it's at. Also, don't
Yeah.
forget to save. Okay.
Ha! I saved.
Okay. Are we good with the eyeball?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, do we want to try the smile?
The eye smile?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure all your params are reset to their default state.
Which is, for
Hmm.
example, that one.
Yeah.
Rest are all
Okay.
normal-ish.
Now click
Yeah.
IL warp and then the IL smile parameter.
The IL smile parameter.
And do the two dots.
Okay.
Okay, and then turn it all the way to the right. By that I mean put the parameter on the right hand keyform.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then we can actually, it's easier if we go into the inspector tab and the Bezier division number, change it to, let's say 4 by 2. It might be different for you because your eye shapes are different, but basically for this, oh, and then make sure your edit type is set to smooth all.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're
Did it
gonna,
again. I clicked off of it. That's okay because I just go and re-click the thing.
yeah. And then basically for a smile, you want to bring the center green one up and then the two next to it up and out. And
I
I
have
would,
to
I would,
consider mine a different center point.
yeah. Um, you can fix that. If you would like, we can fix that before you rig this.
Can you briefly kind of explain what you mean by that? Because I guess I don't know what you mean.
We can fix where the center point of your warp deformer is in relation to your eye. Would you like to fix that?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so you have to unrig it to the IL smile. So click the little cross out thing next to the 3 dots. Okay, fantastic. Now you're gonna make sure you're clicked on that and you're gonna hold down Control. Okay, actually, let me steal this first before I do it because I don't want to have to redo that. So you're gonna hold down Control, and then you're gonna hello. There we go. Okay, yeah, then you
Ooh.
can turn it, but and this is important. You have to make sure all the warps inside it fit. So you have to make it larger if you're gonna be setting it at an angle.
Okay.
Okay.
And to make it larger, I just
You
do I hold
keep holding
shift?
down Control and Alt, and you can drag on the sides, and it'll make it symmetrical.
Cool. Think I did it. Or is that one still not in it? The ILXY. Do that one too.
Yeah. You look good. Um,
There's
okay.
just there's one that wasn't. It didn't look
Yeah.
like it was in
Okay.
there.
Now you can re-key it to IL Smile.
And so I do the 2 dots button,
Mm-hmm.
and then I click on the right one, and now I do my little movements.
Yep. Um, for this, I would also say, like, hold down the Shift button. Oh, no, you can't because yours is at an angle. Just kidding. Jay really said, no, let me do these on hard mode.
Fudge nugget, I did the thing again. IL warp, IL smile. We are clicked on the right keyform. And I hit control. I'm not. I think I still have to make this bigger.
Jay, you can't do
What?
that while it's on the keyform. You have to unkey it.
Okay. What before the keying, and then I
Mm-hmm.
do it. Keyform. Clicked on the right. Control. I don't see changes, so I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Okay, hold on. So you're on the IL warp,
Yes.
and you have everything inside there.
I thought I did.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
If you click off the IL warp and click back on it. Okay. Oh, I just can't see your red bounding box. Just kidding. So it was there. I just can't see it. If you hover over the center and where it gives you the like little 4 arrow thing and click and drag, does it move the eye?
Do I need to be clicked on the keyform or not at all? Or
It
does it
doesn't
matter?
matter right now. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So your issue, Control Z that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Control Z the other stuff you've done, is how you were reshaping your warp deformer. So if you click on
Oh.
that, if you select that and the deformer inside of it,
Mm-hmm.
you have both selected in your deformer list. If you select both of them,
I don't know what the second one is that I would be
it's the one
selecting
that's
now.
right under it because it's a folder. So it's the one under it is what's inside the folder. There you go. So do you see how much larger it is? So
Mm-hmm.
the top level deformer acts on the one inside of it. So you're moving where there is no there's nothing inside of it in that area. So you're saying why isn't doing anything because there's nothing in that
Mm,
spot. So
okay.
you've made this like so big.
Oh, okay. I thought didn't have everything in it because I was looking at these boxes and it didn't look like they were in there.
Um yeah, so part of the issue is that you were warping the entire thing to scale as opposed to here. I'm gonna go through this again. I'm gonna show
Yeah.
you and I want you to like watch how I do it. Um okay. So unlink it to IL Smile again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then make sure you just have the IL Warp selected. Okay. Now I'm gonna turn mine. Okay, and while I'm holding down control and turning it, it has like this grayed out what the deformer was, and it can show you like where you're going from into, and that's helpful. Now personally, I find it really hard to see the boxes. Like when you hold down control and turn it, you can see the boxes that are in it. But it's very difficult in my opinion. So what I typically like to do is I then go back and hold down control and select both and say, oh, well, it's fine here and fine-ish here, but this one's a little bit maybe close for my taste. So I'm gonna go back to selecting just the IL warp. Okay. Um, and I am gonna make this a tiny bit bigger. And then I'm going to look at both of those and say, okay, all of my corners are inside of this. So now we're good. But you've made yours so much larger that it doesn't actually act on the one inside of it. Hi Woka, also heck you bot. Um so yeah, you're gonna want to do that and you're gonna want to make sure like you don't just do from the corner. You want to make sure you're because yours is so long. You want to make sure you're
Mm-hmm.
also like make fixing the sides. You want it close, uh, basically.
I know what I did. The little boxes you said that it gives
Mhm.
you to show the movement of it. I thought those were the deformers I needed to include, and that's
No,
why
they
it
were
got so
not.
big. It snowballed. So would it be better if I just control Z before I did the rotation?
Yeah, if you can get back that far without like accidentally breaking something, because this is the whole thing, is that if you control Z too much, you might unintentionally unrig something. So make sure you don't unrig something.
Okay.
Whoa, you can't just say things like that, Burning. See, I agree, Woka. Burning's already been put in the corner more than once today and does not seem to care. Like, I don't know what's going on. Somebody's feeling like an extra spicy chaos cat today.
Okay. So this is just before I did the rotation.
Okay. Fantastic. You want to try again?
Yes, I
Okay.
am selected on the warp. I
Mm-hmm.
do not have it keyed to the smile. So then I go and look for my little rotation symbol. Um, and then remind me, I'm sorry, do I have to have a button clicked like control or
Yes,
alt?
you have to have control selected or else it'll actually warp everything in it as opposed to just the warp deformer.
And I'm just doing a little rotation. Oh, okay, I see the red boxes now. Okay. And it looks like I only need to really extend a little bit down, but more to the right and left, like you said.
Yeah. Um, Woka also feeling spicy and chaotic today? Is that what's going on, Woka? God. Get a room, you two, Jay and I. Oh gosh, we're supposed to be focusing. I forgot This is not supposed to be a spicy stream. I'm not supposed to be responding to these. Gosh, Burning, I'm sorry. You're gonna have a lot to edit out. Um, I'm focused. Burning, you know this is a tutorial stream. You know these are supposed to be focused and not. No, that's not okay. Because now people are gonna come back and watch the VODs for this. Oops. Yeah. No, it's not your fault. It's Burning's fault. Burning's been feeling extra chaotic today. And Burning's the one who's editing the VOD, so like, I don't know, I guess. um, thank you for the daily debris, Woka. But yeah, oh, Woka, here. While Jay's working on that, here, let me show you. Oh, do my stretches. Stretches are good. Let me show you this. Ah, this though. Look. Crazy eyes.
Okay, I think that looks a lot better.
Okay, good. All right, now we good to do the thing?
Yes.
Oh, whoops. Hold on. I need to undo my warp moving because I don't need that. There we go. All right. Now on the IL smile, you're gonna make the two dots. You're gonna go to the right hand key form, and then you're gonna move the center one up, the center green dot up, center bottom one up, and then the ones next to it up and out. Also, we want this, make sure our Bezier edit type is set to smooth all now.
Yes, I do
Okay.
have that still set to smooth all and the number. That's how I knew I was in the right spot for my backups because that was
Okay.
my point where I changed it.
I don't know if hitting Control Z undoes that. No idea.
I honestly didn't pay attention for that,
Okay.
but that makes sense. I made sure that they were still sitting there, which was how I thought I was pretty sure.
Not those ones, Jay. Control Z,
Oh,
Control Z. Yeah, no. That's why we changed this to have 5 across. You have 2 ones. Yeah, that one. And then if you look to the left and right of it, it has 2 more T's. Yeah, there you go. You should have, look, you should have this. Wait,
oh, you did the 3 T's, not the top of the same T?
yep. But you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total across. Do you still have 5 total across or no?
One, is that including the edges? Because
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes,
Yes.
so that's what I'm saying, is this center one goes up, straight up for me, straight through the center line of the eye for you. And
Yeah.
then the ones to the side of it go up and out. Up and out. See? So I have this curve along the bottom.
I see. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, because when you smile, it pushes up,
Yeah.
up, and you get a little curve. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next thing that I do is I typically take the top 2 corners
Mhm.
and move them a little bit down and out. I squish down a little bit at the top, like everything, and move the sides down and out so you get like a more rounded shape. Here. And if you want to look, I can show you like the full shape
Yeah.
change.
Mhm.
So, yeah. You see how
Mhm.
all the top ones like did also out, so we get like a more rounded smiley form. Yeah. Um.
I was
It'll
kind of playing with it to see what it would do.
yeah. I was gonna say the corners are gonna
Mhm.
do the least movement because each of these T's is a stopping point for motion.
Okay. So for
So
me, I probably want to use my inner T's more than I want to use the outer T on this one because of the way it's shaped.
you always need to start on the outer because or else you're gonna have the stopping point at the outer. If I just move this one, now we're gonna get like this weird stopping point here. So you start the movement
Okay.
on the outside and then you continue it here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
See, when I smile, my eyes just close.
Yeah. And you can make it even more closed if you want. You know, you could even do like this, right? You can hold down Alt and squish it a little bit so you get like a more closed smile if you want.
I know that almost looks angry, but like that's what my eyes do.
If that's what you want to do for a smile, go for it.
Hee hee. Yeah, that's what my eyes look like.
Okay, that's what you want for your smile?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, now we can turn the eye smile back off. Okay, and then now we get to copy, paste, flip. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to make sure we have our IR folder set up. So in your parameter list, close the IL. Yep, and then click on the folder icon at the bottom, and we're going to call this one IR. And we're going to go put, and you'll never believe this one, all the IR forms. And the
What?
and the eyebrow R ones as well, but we got rid of the X so we can delete the RX as well.
So brow
Eyeballs.
RX. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And then we've got brow form, brow angle,
And
brow
brow
Y,
Y, and then
and
smile and
eye
open.
open, and eye smokes. Yeah.
Yep. And then put all those into the folder, and then we're gonna reopen the IL folder. We're gonna go to the IL Fizz 1 and Fizz 2.
Okay. L.
Okay, we're gonna right click on that. Okay, and we're gonna click replicate parameters. And then we're just gonna drag that down into our IR form or folder thing. Yeah, there we go. Now we have all the stuff we need. Okay, fantastic.
Close IL. I don't think I put them actually in the folder because I have a hard time seeing when I put them in there. Try again to that part.
I'm also gonna make a face folder. You know, when you're ready for me to tell you what I put in that.
Um. Yes, I think I'm ready for that.
Okay, inside the face I put angles X, Y, Z, and then I always put the eyeball X, Y in here because I would find it annoying to put it in its own folder just for two params. And if I just put it in one of the eyes, that doesn't make sense because both eyes are rigged to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now big question here. Do we want to rig the full eyeball to X, Y, which I'll show you what that would be. It would be like we move the whole eye like this. That is what we set it up for, but I'm just checking that that's still what we want to
Yeah,
do.
I'm fine with that. That
Okay,
seems like a fairly normal way to do it.
it's not, but
Shh.
okay. So we're gonna click on the ILXY and click on the eyeball X and the eyeball Y params.
Alright, hold on, let me start.
ILXY warp
Is my
deformer.
form
Yep.
deformer, and then we're
And then
doing the
eyeball X, eyeball Y parameters. And then click the three dots. Yeah, three keyforms. Good job. Okay, now on eyeball X, we're gonna make it go to the left for the left keyform, and then we can reflect it so it can go to the right. If you would like, we can add some depth to the movement. Ooh. We
Ooh.
can make the eyeballs stick out
Oh.
alarmingly.
Yes.
Um, okay, so yeah, so you're gonna hold down shift and click on the center and to drag it to the left.
Doop.
You don't want a ton of movement here.
Okay.
I think I actually
Doop.
definitely did like too much movement, so I'm actually gonna, yeah. So you just want a little bit of movement here, okay? And then you're gonna click on the hamburger menu, reflect motion, and reflect horizontally.
Okay. Reflect. Cannot create keyforms for applying reflect. Oh fudge! I didn't put on myself on the right keyform. Hold on. I have to go back.
What keyform are you on?
I didn't click on the left keyform. I just stayed on the middle because I wasn't. I skipped that part.
Ah, yes. That is important.
Now hamburger menu. Reflect horizontally.
Yep. Okay, and then for eyeball Y, we bring it down just a little bit while holding shift. Make sure you're on the center keyform for X. You always got return to default. Okay, and then left for Y, and then down, and then reflect vertically.
Okay.
Okay, and now we click on eyeball X, we click the hamburger menu, and click synthesize corners, and hit OK.
Nah, I can read. There we go.
Okay,
Yep.
and then if we link the two, we should have a circular eye motion now.
And to link the two, I
You
have them
click
both
the link.
highlighted.
You
Click this.
don't have to have them both highlighted, but
Oh,
yeah, you
okay.
just click the top link, and now we have a circle.
Yes.
Okay, and then I think honestly, I would love to add as inputs for the eyeball shake, I would love to add actually the eyeball XY. So let's see. If we go into our physics settings, so model physics settings. Okay, and then we should have the eyeball thing already open. Okay, here we're gonna add for the inputs section.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we're gonna add the eyeball X, eyeball Y, and hit OK. And then, sure, let's put them both as angles. I don't know how well that's gonna work, but if not, we're gonna have to change the effectiveness of everything. Yeah, go eat noms. Okay, so over here, make sure the type set to angle and effectiveness is set to
Mm-hmm.
20.
Because we can't have
Um,
more than 100, right? For
yeah,
each
we can't,
kind.
for each kind. Yeah, that's why I wanted to set it as that. Oh yeah, this works fine. And it gives us the
And
option that they, hold on. Meow. Look at that. That is great. Wow.
wait, how do I make mine go
You have
all
to click.
physicsy
You have to.
again?
Oh, you have to turn off your playing first. Make sure that's turned off. That's gonna be weird. Click the reset parameters to default. Okay, and then you have to click and move. Yeah.
Whoever allowed me to do this needs to outlaw me being allowed to do this.
Also, wait, look at this. Look at this. I actually like this. This is so dumb, but the pupil gets squished for the smile, right? Because we squished everything for the
Yeah,
smile. Again, it's a derpy model.
it's so good.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. Now we can close out the physics settings. We can save this.
I 100% plan to associate in VTube Studio the eye movement to mouse movement while everything else can be tracked.
Fantastic. All right. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our ILXY warp deformer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're clicked on it. We're gonna put it inside another warp deformer.
Mm-hmm. And that is an activity that to do that, I have
You have
to
to click
create
the
another
button.
deformer.
Yes. Okay. And all right, we're gonna call this IL head XY.
Okay. And then just create.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're gonna also put our mouth warp into another warp, and we're gonna call that mouth head XY.
Okay.
Alright. And let's see. Before we copy, paste, and flip the eyes, I think it's actually going to be easier to rig the XY. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to be starting now on the model XY. We are going to go turn off a couple things. Ooh, I have to remember that these things exist. Okay. And we have a leash. Okay, leash is going to be last. Turn off using the little eyeball. Turn
Mm-hmm.
off the accessory layers. Okay, because we're not going to use those right now.
Okay.
It is going to be easier to do this without them. We'll rig them momentarily. Um, and then we're going to select all of our body layers. So I have like my body line, body color, body shadows, and body highlights.
Yep.
Okay, and then we're gonna go to the auto meshing and we're gonna do our flesh setting. Did I tell you, did I give you the preset for the flesh?
Potentially, but when I'm generating mesh, is the little triangle that says auto?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, do you
I
have an,
do have a flesh.
okay, yeah, so we're gonna use flesh.
We just need to remember that my autos were really bad.
Yes. All right.
Do I hit the add button now?
No,
I
you
don't
just close
know.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, okay.
I was
So now
expecting
we,
an okay confirmation or something.
nope, it just did it. You watched it do it. Um,
True.
Okay. Now we're gonna unselect the body color and the body line.
That's the body base, right?
I assume.
Oh, okay.
So you just want all the shadows and highlights selected.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have them.
Okay, and we're gonna put them in a warp deformer.
What do we want to call this warp deformer?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I keep forgetting we need to do that. Okay, we'll say maybe body XY or body shadows XY. There you go. Yeah. Also, Jay, I'm gonna be so real to limit the amount of physics we're using in this. We are rigging this directly to the XYZ. I never do that, but I feel like we've got to limit how much physics we're using
Yeah.
on this, because that will up the complexity a lot.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take the body shadows XY, the mouth head XY, and the IL head XY. Select all of them, and guess what we're gonna key them to?
The
The
angle XY?
yeah. Inside the face folder. Should be an X and a
Mhm.
Y.
Yeah, angle X, angle
Yeah, so
Y.
make sure you select
Yeah.
those and then hit the 3 dots.
And 3 dots.
Okay. Now, select only the X and select the right-hand key for him. I mean, left-hand key for him. I know my rights from my lefts. Okay, and then we're gonna just shift drag these over to the side.
Shift.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna reflect the motion horizontally.
That
Did you reflect it horizontally?
I thought I did.
I want you to go look at it again and tell me whether that says reflect horizontally or reflect vertically.
I don't know. I went
So I
backwards.
said, does it say reflect horizontally? Did you
Yeah.
hit OK?
Yeah.
Okay, and then when you drag it to both sides, there you
Oh,
go.
okay. Whoo.
Did you not hit OK last time?
No, I did. I don't know what it
Okay,
did.
fascinating. Okay, so now we've got the left and right, somewhat.
Yeah.
Okay, and then on the angle Y, make sure you return to center on the X first. Angle Y, we're gonna do the same thing with down. Okay?
Shift, right. It will always be shift.
I mean, not always, but yeah.
Well, when we're moving in a straight line.
Yes, correct. And then reflect it vertically. Okay, and then click on the angle X and then hamburger menu synthesize corners.
And then link or no link?
I mean, you can link it if you want to test it, yeah.
Wrong link. Oh. Link. This one.
Yeah. Okay. Are you good, Jay?
You see what it's doing?
What?
Look
Okay, show me
at
what.
my mouth.
Okay, I'm looking. Jay, I know what you did. You didn't put everything in the mouth deformer. Is what you did. It's okay,
I was
just
gonna ask you what I did to the mouth flap.
I know what you did.
Did
Okay, click on the center, right click on the center of your keyforms. We can fix it right now. So make sure. Oh, but we glued them, so it shouldn't actually be able. Oh, mine is also doing that. Just kidding. It's yeah, you have to go grab your mouth flap and make sure it's inside that mouth, the mouth warp.
um,
Yeah,
oh,
and now
yep,
it'll
yep,
move
I
with
see
it.
it. And I'm putting it into
The mouth
mouth
warp.
warp.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
It was just so funny to me.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's
Fantastic. Now we can.
that looks much better.
Okay, return to center and we're gonna copy paste our eye. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is you have to open up every folder for the eye. Okay. So yeah, you start at the IL head XY, IL XY, IL warp, IL what close, etc., etc. Make sure all of that's open. Okay, and then
And your
select.
bottommost one is IL clip, right?
Yep, and then select all of that.
Do you have 8 deformers total?
Oh goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
Yes, I did it right.
Okay, you got all of them selected.
Yeah.
Control C, not Control Shift C. Control C. Control V. Okay. Now, fun time to find out whether or not I showed you how to do, if whether or not we set up the keybind. So we're gonna try this, and if it doesn't work, it means I didn't show you how to set up the keybind, and we have to set that up, okay?
Promise you we didn't do the keybind.
We'll find out. Control Shift R? No. Okay. Nothing. Got you. Okay, so that's fine. We're gonna hit File, Keyboard Shortcuts. Okay, and then here we're gonna type in the search bar reflect. Okay, and then underneath edit form, it says just reflect. And you're gonna click on that little space there and Control Shift R.
Cool.
Okay, and now when you close that, yeah, hit OK. Okay, and now try hitting Control Shift R. Fantastic. Okay. We're gonna make sure it says reflect horizontally, and then we're gonna make sure that angle X and eyeball X both are checked as well. Okay, because we're flipping this, so it's also gonna flip our X angles, so we need to reflip the X angles,
I
because or
got you.
else our eyeballs will go cross-eyed. Okay, and then hit OK.
To be fair, we don't want the other ones, like the eyeball Y physics or
No,
anything like that.
no,
Okay.
because we're reflecting along X, so the X's
Yes.
need to be reflipped. Now click on the deformer of position adjusting in your deformer list. There you go. Yeah, click on that. And then hold down Shift and just relocate your eyeball until it's lined up with the other eyeball.
Shift. What? Oh, I have to click on the blue thingy. Okay.
There you go. Okay. And then you can delete the deformer of position adjusting. Okay. And then we're also gonna go turn off in the deformer list the IL shine, pupil, eye white line that are not in warp deformers. So the previous ones we had, we don't need those. We'll delete them eventually. You guys scroll down to the bottom.
Got
Warp
you.
deformers always go at the top of the deformer
Yeah.
list because it
You
is.
said the shine, pupil, white, and line?
Yep,
Because those were the 4 that we had originally.
drawn. Correct. That we just replaced by duplicating the eye.
I understand. Okay. So now I
So
delete.
no, you turn
No.
them off.
Turn them off.
Yeah, we'll delete
Yes.
them when we're sure we don't need them anymore. Okay,
Makes so much
and
more sense.
now if you go into the physics settings, both of the eyes should work and move, and we should have XY movement.
My XY movement is so much more dramatic than yours, and I love it.
Yes, well, because we're going to be adding more XY movement, so we did not need a ton here. But yeah, this is our.
I'm just a rock full of jelly. Now, you mentioned when we flipped the eye, right?
Mhm.
We rechecked the eye X and angle X so that it wouldn't be cross-eyed. If we wanted it to be cross-eyed for the meme, we would not have checked it.
Yes, but that would basically, if you go into your face, in your face folder here,
Mm-hmm.
the last two should be the eyeball. You can link them here.
Under face. Oh, eyeball.
Yes, link those. Okay, so now you see they move together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would basically, they would be moving in reverse. Like the pupils are right
Ah.
now. Now, personally, I think I want to keep the pupils reversed, but there is one more step that because it's there are so many steps to flipping it. Okay, because if you notice, our shines are now both on the inside as opposed.
Right.
Yes. So we actually have to go in and flip just the shine.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna close that. And personally, I want to keep my pupil running how it is right now.
Yes,
Okay,
agreed.
you also like that. Okay, so we're gonna go into Okay, I don't know why my phone thought I was talking to it. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna go into the new eyeball that we went and we
Mhm.
find the eye shine, right? And then above that should be the IL white close 2, correct?
Yes.
So we're
Yep.
click on the IL white close 2. We're gonna copy paste that deformer. Yours might not okay, no, yours will work. Okay. It's not the one we rotated. Okay. So you copy pasted the IL white close.
Am I just pasting it above it or into
It, you
itself?
just it just copy pastes right there. You just control C, control V. Yeah,
Okay.
and then you drag it inside the white close too. Okay, so if you hover it over the white close too, it'll like drop it inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we're gonna put the shine inside that one. Okay. So you should have IL white close 2, and inside that the eye white, and then below that IL white close 3, and then below that eye shine. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you might say, Void, why are we doing this? The reason why we're doing this is because all of our warp deformers are already keyed.
Mm-hmm.
So if we mess with them, we're gonna we don't want to mess
Yeah.
with how they are. Okay, so now we're gonna take this, okay, and we're gonna Control Shift R, adjust reflect it horizontally, okay, and now our eye shine should be on the correct side, and then we just delete that deformer. And
And this is we're flipping the deformer.
yep, just that one
Okay.
deformer.
I'll
Control
shift
Shift R,
R.
reflect horizontally and only horizontally.
And I
Only
do not
horizontally. Only
right.
horizontally. Yes,
And I
and
do
then
not
hit OK.
reflect the parameter, correct?
Yes, that is why I said only 3 times.
Well, you said only horizontally, not only the thingy. So that's why I wanted to check.
As in
I
the
was
only thing you reflect is horizontally. Yeah.
okay.
Yes. Now, okay, this was the issue I thought we might run into because of your shape. So you see yours is outside. You can move this deformer if you hold down shift and move it to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to relocate your eye shine to where you want it to be because yours
Yeah.
isn't properly
Perfectly.
yeah.
Yeah. They're all
Um,
they're like
yeah.
turned.
Yes, correct. And then you delete that deformer. Okay.
Ah, aha.
And
Nice.
now the shines are where we want them, and the googly eyes are googly, and we have a moving rock.
Do 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 do
Okay. Now, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the collar. Yeah, we'll turn on the collar layers. Okay, we're just gonna flesh all of those. There should be a total of 4 collar layers.
The collar, the gem, the chain, and the back, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we're gonna auto mesh all of them.
Yeah, with flesh.
Flesh.
Flesh. Okay, good. Um, next thing we're gonna do is we are going to put the chain in a rotation deformer. And we're gonna hold down Control and make that smaller and hold down Control Alt and bring down this long line.
Okay,
Rotation
so
deformer.
I was gonna ask, do I have to? Yeah, perfect.
Is it still inside a warp deformer or is that Oh, I thought you made a warp deformer. That's such a weird size. Yes, it does not like your file. All right. Yeah, yeah, rotation deformer and then we'll call this chain 1. Okay, and then hold down
How do I
control.
edit the name of it? I didn't. Oh, it's up here. Duh.
Yeah. And make sure the ID is also.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. And then hold down control and you can shrink the circle by dragging it in, to be about the size of the chain.
And then I can
And then
recenter.
control alt and drag down the line. You
Okay.
want it to like about touch. And then yes, you can hold down control and make sure it's centered.
Do I move the middle portion to make
Yes.
it centered? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
Let's go a little bit bigger. I went too small.
Okay.
Because you want it to be just bigger than the actual thing.
Yes, and that should rotate it in a circle. You can test it to make sure it rotates in a circle, not that it like super matters, because we're not really going to be rotating it. Okay, the reason why we're doing, you say, Void, why are we doing a rotation deformer if we're not rotating this? Good question. Rotation deformers stop warp deformers from warping. So if I make a warp deformer over this, this moves it but does not warp it.
Oh, that's so smarticles.
Yes, and so we want that because this is a solid, solid, solid object that is a solid circle, and we don't want it warping. Now, there are some solid things that you do want warping. This one we don't, so that's why we did that. Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna do a warp deformer for the gem, and we're gonna put this, it's gonna be called gem head XY. And then we're gonna put the front and the back of the collar together. Okay, and we're gonna, in a warp deformer, and that's gonna be collar head XY. Okay, you got all your warpses?
Yes, we have the chain. Well, did we put after the did you want to put a warp deformer on the chain after we did the rotation one, or was you just showing me that to show me
I
that?
was just showing you that to show you that.
Cool. Then I'm on the same page with you.
Okay, so color head XY. Oh yeah, and then we want the chain to go inside one more rotation deformer, and that one's gonna be called chain head XY. There we go. And then we're gonna select the 3 new XYs that we just made, and we're gonna, guess what, put them on XY.
And we're gonna put them inside of what?
We're gonna put them on the XY parameters.
And to do that, I have to go to the
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 parameter,
angle
and
one.
you click on the angle X, angle Y. Yep, and then you click
Yep.
the 3 dots. Now
I
you're
wanted to
gonna,
make sure.
yeah,
Do I want to unlink them first?
yes. I mean, not before you do the dots, it doesn't matter, but unlink them to rig them typically. It's easier. Okay, so we're gonna go to the angle X on the left-hand keyform, so that's our turn, okay? And we're now gonna rig these to turn, okay? So we're
And
gonna
I'm
keep,
doing all three of them at the same time because they would move together.
yeah, we're gonna start with them together and then we'll warp separately, okay? Now, I would say you could hypothetically just throw them all in one warp to do that, but with, I don't want to. Basically. Oh, snap, but you know what? I'm so wrong. We actually need the color back needs to be in its own warp deformer.
Okay.
Color back head XY.
So I'm gonna make a new deformer and then put the color back into it.
Drag the color back out of the warp deformer it's in,
Okay.
and then make a warp deformer for it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's on me. And we want to then select all but the color back because it's gonna move in opposite.
1, 2, 3. And then we're selected on angle X.
Mm-hmm.
With a little thingy do. Okay.
Um, I think, and I'm sorry, please, like, forgive me for changing this. I keep on looking at this. I'm like, is there an way to easier slash less correct but easier way? And I think there is, so apologies again. I'm gonna have you change one more thing, but it's gonna make
Okay.
rigging it easier for you. Put the gem head XY inside a rotation deformer. You don't have to name it. If you want to name it, you can call it gem correction, because we just want it to stop warping. And then we're gonna put the chain head XY and that rotation we just made inside the color head XY, and then we're gonna warp it together.
I need you to
I'll go.
back up and
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry. Okay, gem head XY. Make a
Okay.
rotation deformer on it. You don't
On
need
top
to
of the one
name it.
that's
Yeah,
already there.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then select that and the chain head XY and drag them into the collar head XY.
I'm sorry. I need to start over because I wasn't finished with the first one. The first one was on the collar, right?
No.
No, the first one was on the gem. That's why I was confused because I
Gem head XY,
yes.
rotation deformer. Don't name it. Hit OK. Click on the chain head XY and rotation deformer we just made.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't. Oh, I see. They're both closed, aren't they? Okay, and then drag them into the collar head XY. Okay, yeah. And well, this way we can still warp the gem how we want. Okay, now click on the collar head XY. And you don't have this keyed either, so I'm going to give you a new hotkey.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go make a new hotkey, file, keyboard shortcuts. Okay, and then uh, type in temporary, or just temp is fine, and then you want to find the one that says temporary path deformation. It should be like one of the first,
Oh,
if you put in,
path.
yeah. Temporary path deformation, and then we're gonna key this to D for deform.
Just plain
Yep,
D.
that's all I keyed it to. Okay, and then hit OK. Okay, and now we're gonna hit D. Okay, and now you have this fancy thing. We can click dots. We're gonna click. I need you to like specifically watch what I'm doing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
click, click, click. Left, middle, right. Okay.
Left, middle, right. Okay.
Yeah, you want just outside the warp deformer, and then center, and then just outside the warp deformer.
Okay. I was gonna say that answered my question.
Yep. And then if you hold down shift and drag the center one to the left, we can warp this. Okay?
Okay.
You didn't do what we were supposed to do. Okay, so Control Z and then just hit the OK button, the blue check. Okay. We're gonna go back. I thought that you hadn't done what I had said. Okay, but I again can't see on your deformer list. Okay, so I need you to find the rotation deformer that's just labeled rotation.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be inside your color head XY.
Okay, that's the step I missed.
Yes. You selected chain head XY and one other rotation deformer, and that was like, those shouldn't be next to each other, but I guess,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
And you were supposed to select the regular rotation. Okay, so let's click back on the color head XY and click the D button again. And now we can make those same dots. And this is just a temporary deform path edit. And the reason why we're doing this is look, it makes it very easy to warp our whole deformer. Yeah. You drag that, and then we can curve this side up. Yeah, so that it follows.
And then would I curve this side down just a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see? And that's so much easier than having to go in and grab like each individual thing and moving it. Okay?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. And
Very
the
cool.
thing we're gonna want to do here is try and make sure that the gem stays level with the mouth. Okay, because
Mhm.
that's where it is. All right. And then whenever you're done with that, you just hit the check mark and then fancy.
Cool.
Okay, and then we can reflect this motion
I
horizontally.
was just gonna ask if so then I go here, reflect horizontally. Okay. Oh my god, he's such a little guy.
Yeah, and then a fun part, we're gonna go down to our gem head XY on the turns.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, so go to the left and then make sure that your edit type is retain control structure. Okay, and then
Okay.
click the X to get rid of our red box, and we're gonna hold down Shift,
Click the X.
the X around your red box. Around your, yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, okay, now we're gonna hold down shift and drag the center point. And the reason why you want to do that is because if you try and do the center point, it's gonna think you're trying to move it in as opposed to warp the center. So hold down shift and drag the center point to the left. And this gives us depth to the turn.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And then in theory, we'll reflect that too.
Yes. Not in theory, in practice. In practice, we will in
Well,
fact.
I'm guessing what the next step is gonna
Yes,
be
no,
because
no, I
I
understand what
next
you're
step, that
saying.
means I'm slowly understanding.
Yeah.
Reflectory.
Hit
Parent deform
OK.
with
Yes, 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 that's fine. We don't care. Live2D will yell at you a lot. What you think?
I'm so excited.
I'm glad. Okay, then we're gonna go back to the center of X and we're gonna now go through the same steps but for angle Y, okay?
Uh-huh.
So we're
Bye.
gonna make sure we return to center on the X, click on the collar head XY deformer, and then we're gonna
Mhm.
go to the Y left-hand keyform, which is going to be our down. And we're going to hit D, which is our temporary warp deformer, or temporary path deformer. And we're going to make those 3 dots again. Okay? And then we're going to hold down Shift and drag the center dot down. And then we're going to hold down Shift and drag the edge dots up. And you can check, does that look how you want it to look?
My mouth is just like gaping wide open in shock.
It's cool, right?
I think so far for me, the hardest part is figuring out the deformer hierarchies and understanding that component for like future application. But that seems like If that's one of the hardest things for me to pick up, then that's okay.
That's something that's hard for everybody to pick up, but I am gonna tell you the only the only way that I think it should be explained to people is you start on the smallest part. If you
Mhm.
always start on the smallest part, then you're fine, right? Which is why we went in and we created the warp deformers for the chain and for this first. You always build from the ground up, and you make each thing in its deformer, and then you put those deformers inside a deformer with things that move together.
Mhm.
And you want to move from smallest movement to largest movement in order. So like if you open up all your folders, your top level folder is going to be the largest possible movement that everything in it does.
Mm,
And
mhm.
then each subsequent one has a smaller movement, a smaller, more precise movement
Mhm.
that affects less and less parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're gonna try something. Okay. Are we gonna try something? Yeah, we're gonna try something. I think you'll be fine. Okay, we're gonna click on the looking down. Okay,
Mhm.
and we're gonna Control Shift C. Make sure you tap it a couple times. Okay, then we're gonna go to the looking up. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Now we're gonna Control Shift B beta. Okay, and you're gonna set that number to -100.
Okay.
Don't hit OK. You should
Okay.
actively see the changes. Did you not? Did you hit
I was
enter?
not looking at it.
Okay, because you didn't hit enter. Does it say compatibility is
Ah,
-100 or does it
it
not? Because
I
okay.
just hit enter and it moved up.
Huh. I don't really see any change though.
I
You,
saw a change.
no, no, I see the warp deformer change, but it doesn't look like there's a change. Just hit OK because we can always undo this. Unfortunately, it won't let you play with it,
I
but then
saw it move up, and I can
yes.
see that the corners aren't quite right.
Yes, but that's basically what this does is it continues the same motion. So we took the downward motion that we made and we continued it in the opposite direction. So it's just the exact opposite motion.
Yeah, it looks about like it did it. It's just not as dramatic.
Um Look at the warp deformer, not at the layer
Yeah.
art. The layer art will warp differently depending on how it's positioned and stuff. But if you look at the warp deformer, -100 will be the exact opposite, exactly the same direction for all points and the opposite. So it
Hmm.
shouldn't be less. It
It
is,
feels less dramatic, but it is the same.
yes, because you're looking at the warp and you can see it's the same when you look at the warp. But the reason why is because if you go and click on the color layer, okay, and you can see how it's curved up.
Mhm.
So when we're trying to curve it down, it makes it straight, whereas when we're trying to curve it up, it gives it more intense curve, right? So it feels less because of what the
Mm.
layer art is, not because the warp is actually moving less.
Mm, mhm.
But yeah, so you can always use that if you want to start with movement. But if we don't like it, which I'm like, I think I would like to just hand do it, we can go back, we can either Control Z or you can Control Shift C, Control Shift V from the center keyform, and you'll get back to like what the base is. Make sure you click back on the warp deformer that we're keying. Yeah. So if you go to the center keyform, Control Shift C, and then go to the right hand keyform, Control Shift V, it'll return it back to our art. You
What
control,
the heck?
you
Why did
control,
I hit
yeah, you did
Go ahead.
Control C, Control V, not Control Shift C, Control Shift V.
Hmm.
Yeah. So go back to the center, Control Shift C, and then right hand keyform, Control Shift V. There you go. And then we can do the press D again, and we can warp it how we did the other one. Wow. You happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to the gem head XY, and you can pick either keyform on the Y, it doesn't matter, but instead of dragging the center point to the left and right, we're gonna be dragging it up and down. Don't forget to click the X on for the box around the warp deformer so that you can
Yeah.
actually grab and warp the center. Yeah, there you go.
And that left is to the down, so I can go
Yeah,
down.
yeah. And then you can reflect the motion vertically.
We don't care about that one.
Fantastic.
I don't like that. I want the gem up a little. I don't like how low it is on the collar on the all the way up.
Um, I'm confused as to what happened there.
Yeah. I wonder if when I did this one
Yeah.
on this,
Mm-hmm.
if I did something.
If you Control Z, until the warp isn't there anymore on the gem. Yeah, there you go. Now do the up and down and see if it's still there.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you did something then when you were moving this.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so let's try that again.
yeah,
Okay,
gem
click,
XY.
yep, click the X on the box. Okay, and then just hold down Shift and the center green point and drag it down. You don't need to drag it down like a ton. Um, Thank you for the sim sip burning. And then reflect the motion.
I wonder if I'm moving it too much.
Possibly, but that's also very, very strange that it's doing that. Because it shouldn't. Oh shit, it did it on mine too. Yeah, fuck. Well, hold on. Did it do it here? It did not. Okay, well, this happens sometimes with the reflecting motion vertically. Just copy paste the center keyform to the top or undo it either way, and then just manually do that. This is very strange. I hate Live2D. The vertical reflect is always the one that is most likely to mess up for no goddamn reason. But yeah. And then we're
I
gonna
hit the
click on
wrong.
angle X.
Well, I gotta finish the gem. went the wrong direction.
Okay.
Or I hit the right click instead of left click. There we go.
Okay.
Much
Beautiful.
better.
We're gonna go to angle X and we're gonna right click on the 0.0. Okay, we're gonna select. We're gonna like hit the drop down button and hit select. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, also please make sure you're returned to all center keyforms. Okay, and then we're gonna do the hamburger menu and hit synthesize corners. Hit OK. Make sure these are linked and we can test them out. Now, my collar, I don't know about yours, but my collar corners are not great, but that is pretty typical. Your collar corners, I think, look better than mine. But I
Yeah,
think
there's
I will.
only a couple that aren't great. Like,
Yeah.
well, this one, like this one's fine, and that one's fine. It's just my up ones.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna pick which one you want to fix first, okay? Left or right?
Left.
Okay. Um, so then we're gonna hit the D again, and we're gonna go in and fix this corner. Okay.
I want to make a clarifying before I click it. Should I only be selected on collar head XY right
Yes.
now? Okay,
Yes.
that's what I thought. Because I was selected on more. Um,
Yes.
now I can do my D. And then I just fix it.
Yep. Hold on. You want to go along the center line. Control Z that. You want this along the center line. So yeah, not the top corners, or else you'll get a really wonky deform.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Now unlink your X and Y. You have to hit the check mark first. Sorry. Hit the check mark. Yep. Unlink your X and Y. And now you should be on the left hand X and the right hand Y, correct?
Yes.
Now perfect. Make sure you have X selected. And then we're going to reflect motion horizontally. Hit OK, and then if you move the X, it should give you that same perfect warp that you just did on the right hand while looking up.
Yes.
Okay, now for the down ones, if you need to fix them, you said you didn't, right?
I liked my down ones.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to show how we do that. We're going to go to the down on the Y, and we're going to do the same thing. Here's my X. My X is clearly very wonky. So I'm going to hit the D again. I am going to fix this. Okay. I'm going to hit OK, and then I'm going to reflect horizontally. And now if my computer wouldn't break, my down angles should be good. Okay, and then if I connect those again, we have this. Now I did go very, very far down with this, which I'm realizing is my issue. So as you can see, it's like moving off of here. So in this case, if you've moved it further than what you want, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unlink them, I'm gonna go to my Y, and I'm gonna drag up until I see the form that I want for my collar, which is here. I'm gonna Control Shift C. I'm gonna go back to the key form, Control Shift V, and now it'll move that
Mm,
keyform there. And
makes
then
sense.
I am going to re-synthesize my corners. Does that mean I will have to fix it again? Yeah. But that's okay. So I'm just gonna go in and fix this again. And gonna reflect horizontally. And then gonna fix this and reflect it horizontally. You happy?
Yeah.
I see you playing with your guy, and then we can go and test him out in the physics settings.
Pattern B is cursed.
It is, it's very cursed. I have a proposal for you, Jay.
Yeah.
I know we haven't been rigging like super long,
Yeah.
but we have achieved a technically finished usable model.
Yeah.
My proposal here is we save this, we make sure that our texture atlas has everything we need in it, and we export it and we play with the model some, and then we call it a
Okay.
day. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
How do
we
I export it again?
well
Also do a text
hold
alias?
well, okay, save. Hit
I did
save.
already. I did that like 6
Okay,
times
then
already.
texture atlas. Okay. Make sure everything's in your texture atlas, is it?
I think so. Some of
Okay.
them have a big blue box around them, but
That's because they don't have a mesh yet.
yeah.
The best geo hi, or the best G. I don't know if it's the best G0 or the best geo, but either way, hello, welcome. So you can just close this out. You got the first doodle redeem on Ocean stream. Why didn't you tell me Ocean was going live? Betrayal.
See,
But
I thought that you had gotten a notification for it, and that was why
no.
we were excited to move on.
No. Betrayal. Nobody told me this. That's
I think
crazy.
they posted on Twitter that they were hoping to, but that was the only thing I had known.
Someone choose a number between 1 and 5.
3.
Okay. Um Also, I'm streaming. I only have one monitor. If you haven't seen Twitter, it's because I haven't checked it. I don't know what's going on. Y'all literally see what I have going on. Um okay, so we made sure the texture atlas is good. Now we're going to click file. Okay, export for runtime. Export as MOC3 file.
Okay.
Give my computer a second. Okay, and then hit OK. Okay, and then it should pop up. And you want to make sure it's in. Oh, thank you for the gift subs.
Wow.
Wow. Um, I really appreciate that. Oh, does it say who got them? Because I can't see who got them. Did
Yeah,
anyone?
it says, let me see if I can read. Angel Demon VT and Ayabu.
Oh shit, Ayabu got a sub. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna go put it into the pet rock, and then pet rock export and hit save. And then it's gonna ask if you want to overwrite and you say yes. And then it asks again and it you say yes. I really appreciate that. Oh hey, happy September. It's September. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Ori got one.
Oh, Ori got one. Let's fucking
Let's
go.
go.
Let's go. Let's go. That's some good RNG right there. Ayabu and Ori. Oh. Are you still there? Oh, that was very
I'm still here.
strange. The
Oh,
Discord
yeah, Fuji
reactive
got
just,
upset.
huh?
I saw that Fuji got upset.
Yeah, that was interesting. All right. Now the question is, have we exported this to test yet? I don't remember.
We exported it once before to put it into
Okay.
Live2D.
Okay,
We did that last
fantastic.
time so I could show my partner. Mine's still
Yeah.
saving. I don't know why, but
Okay. So then what we're gonna do um once we have that saved, once it's done exporting, we're gonna go just copy those into the pet rock file that we have in Live2D.
yeah.
You know how to do that?
No, I always forget how to do anything in Live2D.
Okay. So you have that open. Now go open up the VTube Studio model folder.
I have it in a very specific spot so I won't forget where it is.
Valid.
Um, oh, it's even pinned. It's a pinned folder.
Yeah.
Aha.
Okay, so you're gonna copy everything from the Live2D pet rock folder, and then you're gonna go paste it into the VTube Studio folder, okay?
Okay.
And you're gonna hit
Um, nope, go
yes.
ahead.
You're gonna hit yes, you
Oh,
want to replace all the
mhm.
files at the destination.
I moved the wrong folder then. Do 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 do.
No, 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 Jay, that
Mhm.
is that is not the words that I said.
Well, when I brought the Live2D folder, it didn't ask me if I wanted to
Yes,
resave the
no, 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 I
file.
said you're gonna copy the files from inside that folder. Are you in the Live2D export? There you
No,
go.
it's Live2D and then export are my two file names. That's
Okay,
why.
okay, there you go. So when I said Live2D, I meant from your Live2D folders as opposed to your VTube
I'm
Studio folders.
understanding
The
now.
two
Thank you.
programs. Whoa, I was like, whoa, Jay, do not. You'll end up with two iterations of your model and break the whole thing. To be fair, that wasn't me being like, no, 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 I'm mad at you. That was me being like, oh my god, no, please don't do that, because then we gotta fix it. Because I've done that before. The one time, the time that I broke it was I made my new slime model, my new void slime model, but I didn't realize I named it the same thing as my old void slime model, the 1.0, and I ported it over, and the whole thing was not happy.
Amazing.
Okay, so yes, now you're inside both of the folders. You're gonna copy stuff from the one that's from Live2D. You're gonna Control
Mhm.
C, and then you're gonna click on the one that's in VTube Studio, and you're gonna Control V. And now it'll say replace. To be fair, it would have been fine, but I was like, please God, no, I don't want to have to just delete your whole model file, because we don't know which is which and how we have to get rid of things, just delete and start over. God, please,
So
no.
bad.
Okay, good. Now we can open up VTube Studio, and we can open up the Pet Rock model.
It would have been really funny. I would have laughed.
Uh, okay.
I would have cried, but I would have laughed.
All right. Now we've got this guy. I'm gonna get my tracking. He looks so dumb. Okay, now we've got tracking. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hi, Nix. Welcome back. Look at the derpy guy we got. Oh, I gotta turn off. Um, I gotta turn off. I had the blinking on the eye. Oh, oh, did I not set it up to auto blinking? Oh no, because they're both connected to IL right now is what's going on. There we go.
I
Yeah.
forgot about
Yeah,
the
we
blink.
didn't unconnect them. You've been lurking? Yeah, that's why I said welcome back and thank you for the sim sit. But yeah, look at this derpy little guy.
I gotta turn my tracking on, I think.
Yes, that would help.
Um, calibrate first and
Oh,
foremost.
I got something overlapping something in my texture atlas.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see that on the edge. This little
Oh,
edge
I do
piece.
see it now, yeah.
Yeah. because two things are overlapping in the texture atlas. But that's okay. Oh, and over here too. I can fix that. Easy, easy. Easy, easy. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. Eh. Okay. Fix my texture
Oh, I know I
atlas.
didn't want to take the tracking because I was recording in OBS, which means VTube Studio won't take the camera override. Yeah, swap them. There we go.
What the heck is this is overlapping.
Oh my god, my eyes. What did I? It's not reading my eyes is open. It's not reading my eyes is open. It's reading me
Um,
angry.
Hold on, let me come see it just a second once I fix my weird overlap issues.
It's more of a like the brow sensitivity.
Yeah, I will come look momentarily. I don't know why Live2D overlapped everything like this. Um, okay. I'm gonna say that this is good. And then I'm gonna send it over again. Whenever I blink and the eyes go bonkers. Yeah, that was the plan. Okay, let's see. Um, all right. Gonna copy these again. Gonna paste them here again. And I can't even imagine what kind of like streamception y'all are having with VTube Studio right now.
It's
Because,
honestly not that bad.
okay.
It's mostly that it like covers up my stuff, but other than that, like it's really not bad.
It
And like
covers up your stuff, it shouldn't cover up
so
yours.
VTube Studio is covering most of my Discord projection.
It shouldn't be able to. Oh. Nope, Jay, that's because I put your Discord off to the side and apparently Discord refused to update momentarily. That's all that was.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
So I need you to know this is me like just smiling and it gives angry eyes because I'm assuming settings. Like I'm assuming I have to fine tune all.
Yes, you do with every model always. And this
I know,
is yeah, this is the
but
steps that I
I like
All right. Okay. Look at him. He's so dumb. Angie. Angie eyes. Okay, Jay, you want to know how to fix this stuff now?
it. Yeah.
Okay. So you click the settings thing, and then you click this guy. This guy. Yeah. Okay. Then now that we're here, we scroll down. Okay. And we're gonna go to, what did you say is breaking?
It's over reading, I think, the brow angle because it keeps giving me angry eyes.
Okay. Let's start with the eye open left, and then later when we swap everything to eye right, we can copy the things over to eye right as well. But if we're looking at eye open left, okay, we're only touching the left-hand numbers. I'm not teaching y'all how to mess with the outputs on this because
That's
oh, it
scary.
didn't fix it. What? I thought I fixed this and I'll fix it again later. Oh, did I not re-export it? I think I just fixed the texture and then I didn't re-export it. I think that's what I did. Okay, anyway, um, if you have your eyes open normally and are looking straight at the camera,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that should read as like about a 1.
It's reading at a 0.7
Okay,
ish.
so you can keep it there if you want. Like, that's fine. The important thing is really that the output on the right-hand side reads as a point one, sorry, not as a point one, as a one. So if you look at my output isn't reading fully as a one, so I'm just gonna bring this down to a 0.9, and now I cap out at one on the right-hand side.
Mm. Okay.
Is hard for my eye holes to work. Okay, and then make sure that when you're closed, the right-hand number goes down to 0.
Very hard to look at a computer when I'm eyes are closed.
You don't have to close both your eyes, Jay. It's only rigged to your left eye. Well, technically your right eye, the model's left, so you only have to close your right eye, Jay.
I went from closing my right eye to closing my left eye, back to the right eye.
Yeah. Um,
It is reading at a little bit more than 0 sometimes. It's going back and forth
okay.
between like
So
point
then so then
one.
you're gonna bring the bottom number to a point one on the left-hand side, bottom number on the left-hand side to point one, yeah. And then it should read properly. Try that. There you
Yeah.
go. Beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna go down to I smile. Okay, this one we're gonna want to bring the bottom number up, so we don't want it to trigger just any old time. We don't, because if you look, you can tell like it's just constantly reading me as slightly smiling. So we
Yeah.
actually want to bring this to like whatever, just above whatever your resting is. My resting is about like a 0.5. So now it won't smile unless I hit above 0.5 because I have now set the bottom as a 0.5. And now
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
smiles here, but I'm not quite hitting the top number either when I smile, so we want to bring the top number down. So now I'm guaranteed to hit both 1 and 0 properly. Are you hitting them?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see your numbers. All right.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
All right. Now we're gonna go down to brow height left, okay? When you put your brows, and do not move, like don't make other facial expressions, just put your eyebrows up and down. Okay? When they're all the way up, you want it to read at the 1 on the right hand, and if it doesn't, if it's like reading below that, you want to bring that down. And then you want to furrow your brows, and you want that to hit the -1. If it doesn't, you got to bring that up. He looks so dumb when he's angry.
I can't tell if it like I have my eyebrows furrowed
Hmm.
and it's bouncing back and forth between a positive and a negative in my output. Like,
Is your input bouncing?
no, just the output.
Okay, what's your minimum number on the input?
My bottom number is 0, my top number is 0.6.
Yeah, so remember I said if you're not like um oh, Jay, you have auto blinking on. And the auto breathing. Turn that off. Okay, now try.
Okay, so hold on, let me put this back to being a 1 then. Because maybe that was my problem the whole time.
You don't know why, but it didn't occur to you how much is involved in setting up model tracking. Yeah, a lot of people don't think about it, but like a large portion of the job of rig techs is setting up the models. Like Most rig techs, not all, I'm not gonna say all, but most rig techs do come in and we set up every single one of these parameters individually. Especially if you get a V-bridger mouth, you have to do that. You have to get it all set up properly, and you have to set it up here and in V-bridger on top of rigging it in VTube Studio.
Okay, it's good
And
now.
like, oh, does it work now?
Yeah. Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
just
it
my
it
numbers.
it doesn't make you angry for no reason?
No, it still makes me angry for no reason.
Oh, okay. Okay. We can keep working on this. Don't worry, don't worry. Thank you for the do your stretchies and the simp sip. I will do that. Do you see though why I wanted to move on to doing this so that you had a usable model? Because
Yeah.
this does take a while. Now,
So if
also,
I Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, to be clear, when I say it takes a while, I want to remind everybody that I did all of this about 3 hours for a model today, right? Art, rig, and setup and export. Um, so like, yes, it takes a while, but it takes less and less time the more you do it. Just like making this whole model takes less and less time the more you do it. Like this could have been a like 2-3 hour model for me. Um, because I've done these things 5,000 times, you know? So, like, I know it feels like a lot, and it is, and you should appreciate your artists and rig techs because it is a lot, but I also don't want anyone to be discouraged and feel like it will always feel like this much when you are doing it. I can typically go through and set all of these params from memory. Um, and then maybe I have to tweak it a little depending on like the differences in the model, but yeah. Okay, so now we did the brow height. Okay, now we're gonna go down and do brow form. Okay, and we're gonna do the
Mhm.
same thing. You can probably take the same inputs as you have for the brow height and start there. Okay,
And this is
because it
again
is
where I'm
this.
looking for when I open my eye or when I raise my eyebrows and when I furrow
Yep,
my eyebrows.
like I said, it's all the same. It only reads one param, which is your brow height, basically. What if any changes would a streamer using a purchased or commissioned model need to make in these parameters? That's a fantastic question, Nix. Nix, um, out of curiosity, did you read the email that you got when I sent you your model? Just like I know so many people don't. That is not a call out. I am just genuinely curious if you read that email because it did not just contain your model. It contained the tutorials on what to do to customize these settings for yourself. You legit can't remember. That's super valid. I know a lot of people don't. I know also a lot of people get the like, oh, I don't remember. Or they might look at it and then be like, oh, I'll take a look at this later. And then they don't. But I do send the tutorial on how to fix all of this for like your personal settings. Okay, so I optimize all of these for me, but I cannot predict what it will be like for you, right? I don't know what how your face moves. I don't know what your lighting is. I don't know what you're using for tracking. I don't know where it's placed. Yeah, most people don't read it, and those who do are like, I'll take a look at this later. But all of the tutorials on how to optimize all of these settings, I do include just to like help people set up. Even though I do set it up myself, I want people to know how to like optimize it for themselves. Now we want this to sit at 0, so there we go, much better. Um, yeah, it makes a big difference. Um, Sorry, something I forgot to say is not only do you want to be able to hit the top and bottom, you want to make sure that the output rests at 0.
So that was gonna
Um,
be my next question.
yeah.
My excuse me, my it'll trigger the like furrowed eyebrows when I'm just like sitting.
So don't move your face or your body or anything. If you just look straight at the camera, where does it sit?
Um, hold on, I gotta move this so I can read while looking at the camera.
Oh, have you not been looking at the camera?
No, well the problem is I can't see the numbers while I'm looking at the camera. I have to go like right
Oh, is
between
your
them.
camera's not in front of your face? Are you not?
It's in
It's
front
not.
of my face, but it's above
Okay.
my monitor.
Got you. Okay.
So like I have to look slightly down to get to it. But I think it tends to sit like around point 0.5, around-ish.
Around point 0.5? Not negative point 0.5?
Correct. It is reading me about point 0.5. It's not doing it now, of course, but
I
it frequently will grab my eyebrows, or it'll frequently furrow my brows when I'm just like looking at my monitor.
okay. Um I can't properly see like what it's doing there.
Mhm.
Um but my best suggestion for you would be to lower your bottom number then. Make it harder to hit.
Make it like below, like a negative below 0.
Mhm.
Okay. I didn't know that I could. I just
Yes,
assumed
that's
that
why I'm
that one
telling you.
had
No,
to
no, no. You
be.
can go
I
into
was like, okay.
negative so you can do that.
We'll like try a small number and see and just go from there. Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah.
Because what will happen is when I
Mhm.
blink, it'll do angry eyes and then blink. And I have this happen a lot. And I think this will fix that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. And then you're just gonna go in and test your like head XY as well. And then that's like all we've got rigged other than the mouth. Now, and this is important. Do not turn your head as far left and as far right as it'll go. Turn your head as far left and as far right as you are going to be doing while you are using the model. Okay?
Yeah.
Most people don't move a lot. They do not turn their head all the way to the side, right? They turn it just as far as necessary to see whatever on their monitors. So that's what you want to be using. And you only have to turn it one way, really, because like you take that and say, oh, okay, so like, hold on, where'd I go? Okay, so I have my left right. Here I'm hitting negative 15 to negative 18. Okay, so
Mhm.
I put this at negative 20, and then you just want the other one to be the opposite side of that. So that, because if you don't do that, then when you're looking dead center, like, look, if I do this, it's now turned me to the side even though I'm looking dead center because it's not evenly spaced. You need it evenly spaced
Mhm.
for it to be centered for the X and Y. So just turn one way and say, okay, cool, I want this to be negative 20, so I need this to be 20. And then same thing here. Usually people are going to be turning up and down less than left to right. So I usually put these at like 10 or 15. And then we don't have a face lean yet, so you don't need to mess with that. And then once you keep on, hey Jay,
Yeah.
you keep on I think trying to click off of things, and instead you're toggling on auto blinking on a bunch of stuff. I just watched you do it again. Hit enter, don't click off.
I see what my problem.
Is that you keep on turning auto blinking on, which will oscillate between the max and minimum. Breathing will do it at a even pace. Blinking will suddenly turn it to min then max, and then pause, and then min max, and then pause. Yeah. So don't, yeah. That's what I usually do. Those are the things that I utilize when I'm not using tracking to give my model movement. But yeah. Okay, you did your model X and Y?
Yep.
Okay. Then we're gonna go down to our mouth. We should have mouth smile and mouth open. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now here for our mouth smile, you're gonna test it. Keep your mouth closed and smile and then frown, and that should give you your 1 to -1.
I have a potentially silly question. How do you
Mhm.
frown? Because I, to this day, probably don't like.
You
I
just
just,
you
I
turn the
just
corners
look.
of your mouth down.
They don't go down. They go up. I do.
That's how you frown. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna send you a video later of my face when I try to frown. Because I only have resting and smile.
Okay, I don't know how to help you with that. I am not uh acting coach. Okay, for mouth open, you're gonna do the same thing. Now, we do have this set up to voice volume plus mouth open and voice frequency plus mouth smile. The reason why is you get like a clearer reading for the mouth. So lucky for you, your voice frequency will help compensate for the fact that you apparently don't know how to frown.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and you can just mess around with these and try and get like a smooth thing. Now, one thing with mouth open is I do typically set the bottom number at 0.1 because VTube Studio and Live2D are a bitch and will always want to read you as having your mouth the teeniest tiniest bit open. So if you set the bottom number at 0.1, you don't get like a little like
Mm-hmm.
that. um, wait here. This.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't, that will happen often with models. So if you set it to 0.1, that doesn't happen. Ah, okay,
Yeah, I can get him to frown with my mouth open.
good. Frowning, well, because it's not frown at mouth open. It's really like different vowel sounds
Yeah.
with mouth open. Frowning is hard. I feel like I mostly frown with my eyes and not with my mouth. What, am I frowning wrong? What's going on here? The fuck do y'all mean frown with your eyes?
So
What?
what I think Steven means, and I could be wrong, but like from my perspective, right? Like I have just my straight mouth, my normal mouth of like resting, right? My rest what my
Mm-hmm.
resting mouth would be.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I can curve it, like I open it or I can like curve, like push it out and up to smile, but I can't physically push it down or like turn it downward. Like my mouth, I don't even know how to.
I've seen you do that though. Um, okay, something that I know you can do it for is a pout.
Like when I stick my, like you stick the bottom of your lip out.
Because in order to do that, you do have to move the the corners of your mouth down and out a little bit. That's how you get your Jay, you just turned on auto breathing
Fuck!
again.
I have to, yeah, I have to put it like a 0.5 at least to get it to pick up.
Yeah,
And I have
but
to make the most dramatic face I've ever made.
yeah, that's rough. But anyway, you always thought the frowning was more about the brow than the mouth. For models? Because we're talking about specifically mouth forms right now. So what we're talking about is this mouth form right here. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about full facial expressions. We are talking about individual portions of a facial expression, which, yes, can be put together to make facial expressions. Um, but no, we're talking specifically about the mouth form of frown, which we are trying to get to trigger for J, because the three mouth forms that we have on this model are this one, and then this normal one, and then the smile. And J is having trouble with triggering this first one. So that's what we're trying to help J trigger. Now, I
I have
personally
the
also struggle with it. It is hard for me to get it to trigger properly. It does feel difficult to do so. Um, yes, that's what that's what a frown is.
that
That's what
physically hurts doing
that's
that.
what you don't have to relax your eyes. You can do whatever you want with the rest of your face. It just yes, crying does incorporate a frown typically for most people. Yes, that's what a frown is. Yes. Yeah. We're yes. Okay, anyway. Anyway, we did the mouth forms. Okay, and that's it. Oh, you don't have to. I mean, if it's hard for you to do it independently, it doesn't actually matter. The problem is Jay is struggling to get it to trigger at all, period.
I
Yeah,
think I figured it
no.
out, and it's the most dramatic face I've ever made. It physically hurts to make that face.
Yeah, I'm not good at doing the frown mouth form either. You'll notice if I ever do tracking, you're not gonna see me do a frown. Because it does. It strains my mouth. Now, I would have resting bitch face if I didn't rig my models to not be physically capable of having that. That's why I do the three mouth for all of them. But I struggle with the smile as well, but I don't struggle with it as much. The reason isn't because it's not hard for me. The reason is because of how I rig my models makes it easier to trigger. Yeah, facial movements hard. What is emoting? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, North! Hi, North! Thank you for the
Why?
raid. I feel so bad. We're actually wrapping up right now. Today we made a, well, continued making. There we go. Continued making a, live 2D pet rock model. Um, and we are not done with it yet, but I wanted Jay to have an actually usable model when we finish today, considering how much time setup in VTube Studio takes. I thought this was a good point to do that. If you look in the corner of my screen, you can see the pet rock that Jay made, which is really nice. Um, it's really, really cool seeing Jay did the art and rigging all by themselves. Isn't that crazy?
You can't see it, but my rock is doing muscle arms.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can fix the clipping issue here now. Um, and then I can also move my rock so that here, now you guys can actually see Jay. Let's see. Is the clipping issue gone? Because I actually re-exported it. Yes, hooray. Here, there we go. Now you guys can see Jay. Hooray. And you can see me. We're both rocks. But yeah, how was stream? Oh yeah, wait. Sorry, I forgot. In the whole me being like, I'm sorry, we're about to leave. Hi everybody, my name's Void. I'm a live 2D artist in rig tech, which means I make ridiculous things like this. Um, and my pronouns are Void, he, and right now I'm doing a Let's Learn Live 2D series where I have guests come on and they learn how to make models like this with me. Today's guest is the Stoned Lich, also known as Jay, and their choice for what we're going to do is a pet rock model. This is part two, and today we actually, at this point, have what I would consider a working model. Now, we do have some other things we're going to be adding, like cat ears and a bow and a leash, but yeah, this is where we're at so far. As you can see, I rock, yeah. Also, wait, ready? Angie eyes. Ah. But yeah, I hope you had a good time and everything was good and your stream was good. If you need to raid and run, feel free to go get all the rest, etc. Stream was great. You're enjoying the new Star Wars game. Ooh, I did not know there was a new Star Wars game. I hope is very, very good. And you have been having fun with it. Jay, do you have anything you want to say to Raiders?
Hi. That's all I got. I'm way too busy staring at my eyeballs.
That's great. I'm glad you're having fun with this. Jay, I know you could do a frown less exaggerated than I've seen you do frowns. I'm sorry it's not
I
registering though.
I I'm gonna send you a video of me trying to
Yes.
frown in a bazillion different ways later.
Fantastic. But as I said, unfortunately, um, we do gotta be going, unfortunately. We do gotta be doing the raiding outs. Here, let me make myself a giant rock. Perfect. Oh gosh, my iPad's at
Yes.
5% battery too. Um, yeah, but thank you again, Raiders. Let's go see. I wonder who could possibly be.
Hmm.
Oh, I is that a thing that was just sent? I missed a YouTube thing earlier. I bet you I don't know when it was, but somebody said cool tutorial and I cry. I missed the YouTube comment. Oh well. All right. It is what it is. Oh gosh. There we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, wow. That's so weird. I had no idea that this person was online. That's so great. I don't even know who they are really, but there's this person, they're called Ocean? I don't know. It looks like they're doing art, so I feel like maybe we should raid them. Um, for anyone who does not know me, that is a bit, and we love Ocean. Ocean is fantastic, amazing streamer who does very good art, and we love them so much. Um, I re Steven, how were you not following Ocean? Did Steven not know Ocean because Ocean was gone
This
forever?
will be yeah, this will be
Oh,
it.
that's
Just some
so
time.
crazy. That's been so long. Oh my God. Wild. Anyway, yes, thank you everybody. Where is my raid thing? Did my raid thing go through or no?
It's not started yet that I can see.
Oh. Uh It didn't work? Interesting. There we go. That created the raid. Um, fantastic. But yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jay. I love you, Jay.
I
Ah!
love you. Ah.
And I love you guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bloop.